Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Yes, I'm not going to put that in the title, the Wonderboy, but yes, Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Yes. Let's get into this prediction. So with this prediction, straight up, I'm picking Stephen Wonderboy Thompson with this one. You might say, oh, Gilbert Burns is the more well-rounded fighter. He's the younger fighter. Look, he got power, he got kicks, he got this and that, but I'm saying all this. He could still win, but I'm picking Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and the reason why I'm picking him, because I feel like Gilbert Burns, when we look at his recent resume and really his welterweight resume, it's definitely impressive. Like when they talk about how he came up and did this and did that, beat Gunnar Nelson, beat Alexei Kuchenko, who I think at the time was undefeated in a very close fight, and did what he did and beat Damian Maia and Tyron Woodley. But when you really look at it in retrospect, and even back then, Tyron Woodley had already lost twice by that point. No, I think Gil Burns was his second loss. Usman was his first loss, and then Burns was his very second loss. But again, especially now, we've seen how far Tyron Woodley has fallen. Tyron Woodley has fallen. Damian Maia just lost. It's like he's nearing his UFC end. So these guys, these wins aren't really. I mean, it's going to always hold in your record, and it was good for to get him a title shot and good to get his name out there. But right now, looking back retrospectively, or looking back 2020, hindsight is 2020 or whatnot, or looking back at it currently, those wins aren't really measuring up that much. Like, you would rather have him have beat some good contenders who, their stocks have went up. Like, he beat them maybe last year, and then look how good they're doing now. Instead of beat these guys that were, former champions and title contenders and solid fighters who now are, looking at the door like they're retiring or leaving the UFC. So, again, his most recent wins don't really measure up, whereas Stephen Thompson, we've seen him beat up, put on a clinic on Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque, who both are looking good. And now, outside of this, MMA math and what they've done against this person and this person, because those people aren't who they're about to fight right now. They're about to fight a whole different entity, a whole different person. But as far as what they represent against each other, I think Gil Burns does have some pretty underrated wrestling. He's explosive, he got some power, but his strike is nowhere near the level of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I can say all this, and then he come out at him with a perfect overhand, like come out here and explode like Willie and knock him out against the cage. Unlike Willie dropped him many times but never stopped him. But explode and knock him out against the cage or something. But what I'm really saying in this one, I think Wonderboy's takedown defense and wrestling defense is pretty solid. Once it gets on the ground, that's a different story. But really, nobody can really get him on the ground. It's a tough for him to do, because he does train that in the gym all the time with Chris Weidman and probably other guys. So his ability to stuff takedown, scramble, and get back to his feet and not really be flat or even held down, it's a rare thing to happen. And I think against Gilbert Burns, he's going to be able to stuff the takedowns pretty well, address pretty well. I feel like the smart thing for Gilbert Burns to do would probably maybe throw some power leg kicks on him and probably try to throw off his base, throw off his movement, and maybe cause a trip as well, which could initiate a ground exchange from grappling. But I'm not leaning to what he needs to do. What I'm predicting is what I feel is going to happen, and I feel like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is going to be able to outstrike him. I feel like Gilbert Burns, I guess he's a better hammer than a nail. So what I'm saying is that he could be all good when he's dealing in damage, but as soon as he starts getting demoralized on the feet, and I've seen it before in the past, like before he went on his good streak, and before he got better as a fighter, that we go deal with a guy who can't really take down and is able to outstrike him, he gets lost out there. Either if they're too strong to, and also good grappling, he can't really initiate a grappling exchange with them, or that is so slick and have good takedown defense and slick on the feet, he gets frustrated, he gets lost out there. And I feel like it happened with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy will stuff the takedowns a lot, and to be on the feet, be hard to hit, be like he's trying to hit a ghost, especially if he's head hunting, which would definitely be a case, and he fell into that against Kamaru Usman, especially when you start getting tagged, then you want to get them back, and he start like an amateur striker. Well, he's not an amateur, but he's definitely not to the caliber of Wonderboy, where even you get hit, you're going to still be sharp, and you're going to stay composed and poised. In that Usman fight, he lost his composure. And I feel like it's going to be hard to regain that. You can't regain that necessarily in the gym. So I feel like it's going to be a case like Wonderboy's going to be able to defend the takedowns for the most part, address the grappling for the most part, enough to, be able to get off on the feet, let his striking go, use his length, use his reach, use his speed, use his experience, use his diversity, use his dexterity, and to be able to outstrike and frustrate Gilbert Burns when he's not able to initiate the grappling, when he's not able to land his power, and just had to force to maybe go for leg kicks or maybe go for body kicks or just go for what he can land. But meanwhile, he's getting blitz hit with combinations. One boy's cutting angles and dipping off and dodging him, and then this playing bull and Matador, just picking them apart on the feet. But yeah, to come to the conclusion of this prediction, my prediction is that Wonderboy will be able to stuff the takedowns for the most part, address the grappling for the most part to a relatively decent degree or solid degree. Then on the feet, be able to outstrike him, frustrate him, put volume on him, and not be there to be hit, frustrate him. Once he starts tagging up, Gilbert's gonna start to load up, headhunt, and be further fall into Wonderboy's traps. I feel like a stop could be very likely in this one for Wonderboy. Like Wonderboy could get a stoppage, but I'm gonna lean to a decision where Wonderboy just really goes out there and looks like he outclasses him in the one. But I feel like Gilbert's definitely not gonna go down easy, but it's gonna be a case where Wonderboy is gonna be showcase that there's levels to the striking game once again, and put on a clinic on Gilbert Burns out there. So in this one, I have Stephen Thompson via decision.